Good morning, YouTube. From Robert Firestone out here in the flyover state of West Virginia. 10:48 a.m. This is kind of a wake-up message for the ones that don't want to believe, don't want to see, don't want to hear. Somehow or another, they've segregated themselves to become part of something that don't even exist because they feel like that none of what's going on in the world relates to them. To start with, let's start with California. Y'all's wonderful leaders out there voted to keep Trump off the ballot. I don't know if y'all really realize what they done to y'all. And I'm hoping this gets out to y'all and wakes some of y'all up. I know a lot of y'all out there are already awoke, okay? I lived out there for over a year in 92, between 92 and 93, maybe a little over a year. I'd have to go back and look. Okay, I lived in San Diego, Chula Vista. Got to travel from Frisco all the way down to San Diego. Like I said, I lived there for a year. Bishop Myers Center, San Diego, for the ones that don't want to believe me. Balboa Park. I've got pictures of me, for the ones that don't want to believe. I know there's enough trolls and naysayers out there that don't really care. But here's the thing. All of you there in California, your brothers and sisters, okay, whether you can see it or not, the ones that's born in the United States. I'm not talking about the Mexican crowd or the Honduras crowd or any of them, okay? For the ones that made it here and done the illegal thing to get here legal, okay, you're part of this too, okay? What they just done to y'all, okay? The rest of you, the Mexicans, the Hondurasans, or whoever, okay, that is not supposed to be here, okay? Go home. Go home, okay? The thing is, I can't help that your home's that way. Y'all not looking at the bigger picture here. Y'all here in mass numbers, okay? Running from our authorities, okay? Trying to keep yourselves hid. You're not understanding in the bigger picture, you're being used, okay? You're a number on the gravy train. With them numbers, it allows I call them the shadow criminals, okay? They stand on the news about every night. They tell you how wonderful things are and what they're going to do for you. This, that, and the other. And it's all a lie. It's all a sham, okay? If anything ever goes in the wrong direction, okay, they will throw you under the bus so fast that it'll make your head spin because they're doing it to themselves. Okay, back to California in this situation. There was a lot leading up to that. Apologize for the winded situation, but I'm hoping that this does get to some Californians, brothers and sisters. You are part of this United States. Whether y'all want to understand it, know it, or live it, it's up to y'all. It took me many, many years to have that understanding. For years, I run around as a teenager, a younger man, understood what I was thinking was correct. Okay, it's not correct. Okay, y'all can claim, y'all can disassociate, y'all can disconnect yourselves from it, but from cradle to grave, one way or another, you're all connected. Every damn one of us, whether we like it or not. All right, you fall back under the four hidden dynasties. I'm saying this to get to the point of the so-called leaders of your state, not country like it's supposed to be, but state. Okay, I know some of y'all go, what's he talking about, country and state? Well, don't worry about that. If you're smart enough to say, well, I'm gonna prove this fuck wrong, well, go do it, please. Go research, go do some research and think, read some history. Okay, then you might actually be wised up enough to understand where I'm getting at. But anyway, the point of the matter of it is, there's four things, and I'm hoping I don't skip one or forget. There's four hidden dynasties. I've said this before in some of my other videos for the people that wants to listen. There is a financial, there is a political, there is an educational, and there is a religious. Okay? These four things, four, one way or another, is connected to your ass from birth, whether y'all like it or not. If you think it's not, sit down with a piece of paper if it takes that much common sense to figure it out, and start write them four things down and see how they connect to every one of you, brothers and sisters out there. But anyway, let's get on back to your king. He's not a leader. He's not an elected official. When he tells you that they're going to take Trump off the ballot, okay, before the 2020 elections, okay, he's stating to you all, if you don't understand, he's saying, fuck you. You don't have a fucking say-so in anything that California does. Do you not see what he just done with his little shadow criminal cabal known as the so-called system out there? Y'all better wake up. Not forcing nothing on y'all. Y'all can stay asleep if you want to. But man, don't call up on my old ass with my shotgun and my 380 when this shit breaks down there in California and y'all need a way out. Don't call me, okay? If y'all get out, you better arm yourself on the way out the door. And if you want your country back, you better start doing something to get it back, okay? Known as California. Because it's trying to separate itself from an entity known as government that resides in D.C., okay? In history, they signed a whole lot of papers, okay, to make them part of that government. That now they all of a sudden they've got more say-so than the government. Well, the government, being the incorporated business, okay, and it has a CEO, okay, and I'm hoping the main CEO right now that's sitting in its seat, and what I can see and understand, is trying to rip and tear at everything these dumbasses has done, okay? Criminals law, okay? The stupidity that we all announced to ourselves. There was an old bumper sticker back in '82. I remember reading it on the back of a car. And that little bumper sticker stuck with me ever since. When guns are outlawed, outlaws will have guns. Okay? Let's look at it as law. Okay? The three-letter word gun, G-U-N, law, L-A-W. Imagine that. Okay. Let's look at the word law. Law does not hold a spot nowhere in these people's lives that call themselves leaders or elected officials. Okay. It also, the oath that they took for their office does not mean a damn thing. Okay? These are straight up crooks, criminals that gets to show themselves on the 6 o'clock news every night, pumping smoke and blowing smoke up your ass and giving you an illusion of a mirror that's this utopia with rainbows being formed from unicorn shit. Okay? That's all it is. Okay? You don't know how powerful y'all are. You don't know where you really lie. But once you actually start waking up and start coming together, okay? This great divide that we've all dealt with. I'm 52 years old. I dealt with the shit all the way through my young years, my older years, and finally met some people with some wisdom that wised my head up to the bullshit, the black-white issue. It should have never been. It was another way for the Democratic Party to have a base guaranteed in the box and in a great big giant place called, what do they call them damn places? And I grew up in them. The projects, the plantation. Okay, I went from the projects, the plantations, to the white side of it, to a trailer park. Okay, that's where I spent the last of my teenage years growing up. Okay, that was just one step up. Okay, we had a single wide trailer that wasn't attached to somebody else, but I could step out the back door, piss real hard, and hit my neighbor. Same damn thing. Okay, just a thin tin metal box versus a multi-layered brick townhouse. Okay, that's all they are. Just a poor townhouse. That's all the projects is. And they've kept the black race and the white race and the Spanish race, Mexicans, in these damn places long enough to where in the last 5 years they started saying, hey, why can't I never get nowhere? Why can't I never do this? Why can't I never do that? Well, the stigmata that was put on y'all, okay, is to keep you there. Give you a good piece of advice, whether y'all take it or not. The first thing, if you want out, first thing you do is you go out and you find you a home, piece of land, pay for it while you stay in that damn box that they put you in. Don't say shit to them. Get it done. That's going to be the biggest expense you ever have in your entire life. Okay? As soon as your house gets paid for, pack your shit and leave. Your whole world will start changing. You'll start seeing things a whole lot different. Don't believe me? I don't care. That's up to y'all. All I'm doing is here trying to put something back in all of us that should have never left. Okay? Well, two things. The ability to think, and with thinking there comes critical thinking and common sense. The old saying is, if you get burnt from a stove, and this is a childhood lesson, once the individual, the child, gets burnt and their pain receptors go off through their body and they say, ouch, that fucking hurt, okay? At least 99% of the time, you do not go back and stick your damn finger in that fire. You've got enough brain cells and common sense not to do so. Why do y'all keep doing it? Why do y'all keep allowing these monarchies to run your state known as California? And the new one here is Baltimore. Baltimore's been a shithole for almost 40 years, if y'all ain't noticed. The people lives there can tell you this, but the national news is not going to tell you this. It's been a scam. Most states are a scam. Okay? Baltimore with Cummins, that's a joke. They keep throwing this racism word around like it's something important now. No. Y'all done destroyed that shit. I'm telling y'all, Democrats, straight up to your fucking face. You have destroyed at least the definition of racism. And y'all keep using it like it's some kind of great big giant powerful band-aid to stick over a fucking hole every time you get caught doing something. It's coming to an end, you bunch of idiots. Okay? It just blows me away, man. Like I said, your leaders in California has done told y'all, and y'all won't even. I'm sure some of you brightened up enough to understand that you was just told, fuck you, you're not going to vote in the United States. You're not going to vote for Trump. You're not going to vote for common sense. You're not going to vote for yourself. Because that's what it's meaning. Okay? Y'all might think I'm crazy. Reason through my insanity then, please, and prove me wrong. That's pretty much all I got to say. I'm just hoping that it gets to the Californians and it gets to the Baltimore people. And Mr. Ben Carson, I listened to a little bit of your speech where you was talking about Cummins. Y'all want to do something? Y'all know who the fucking crooks and criminals are. Quit giving them the money. Y'all know damn different than the crack dealer down the street trying to get new hooks in somebody. Start off giving them a $20 rock that's, 60, 70% cocaine. Then when the motherfucker comes back and he's gritting his fucking teeth and he wants some more and he's got $100 in his hand, you hand him a fucking 10% rock slab. Know how that works? Same thing in our fucking criminal justice system. Same thing in our criminals, period. They all run the same way, the same ship, okay? But the bigger criminals with the $1,000 or $10,000 suits, they got more money. They can do more. They can hook more. They can suck more out of the system, okay? Because a man or a woman wears a nice clothes does not make them that man or woman. There's a proverb I think I'm pretty sure talking about the tree that bears the fruit. Well, here's you a good question. You got two apple trees for everybody who likes apples, or in California, let's say you got two orange trees, okay, sitting side by side. One of them's rotten, the fruit's rotting off of it. The other one's sitting there just as pretty, and you can smell it. It smells good. You just know it's going to taste great. Okay. The rotten tree over here, it's dropping the fruit. Which one would y'all eat? Would y'all keep going back over here to this rotten one? Because there's a sign over here in the corner saying, this is good. Do y'all really want to keep playing this game with these people? Y'all got to understand, and this ain't going to be no easy situation. These son of bitches has had years to dig in. It's like the old tick on the blue tick hound. If you don't get him, he starts off somewhere around the size of a eraser of a pencil. Time he's done, he's about the size of a quarter. Okay? Right now, they've been fat and happy for many, many years. Okay? Just some redneck logic. Okay? If we don't start doing something, okay, and it sucks because we're the only ones being played here. We're the pawns. We're the United States citizens. And I ain't using that word citizen because you don't understand what that word means. You might want to go look it up in some law dictionaries. You ain't going to like the term, but I just use this loosely, okay, because most people understand the term citizen, okay. We're the only ones getting played here. The upper echelon, the rich, the elite, the government officials, do you see them running around suffering, dealing with rats? Do y'all, most of them, if they got drug addictions, they're running to a doctor that subscribes it to them. They don't have to go out here and find some street hood to get it. Okay? They go home every night in a fucking limousine. Okay? They've got somebody that lays their fucking clothes out for them. They got somebody that writes their fucking speeches for them. It's like Mueller, that bullshit. Within 5 minutes of watching that bullshit, I understood that motherfucker did not write that report. It was all a sham. It's all Hollywood props, movies. This is what's going on. And people don't understand that either. It's when it's being presented to you, it's being presented to you as the most juiciest, delicious meal that you've ever eaten in your life. Till you get it in your mouth, and when you get it to your stomach wants to get rid of it. Because the internal part of us do know and understands, and for a long time, knowing that there's something wrong and you can't quite put your finger on it, okay, it's been that damn blatant. Heard for years, if you want to hide something from somebody, you hide it right in plain sight under their nose. That's what they've done. Have you ever noticed when they come up into a conflict how they use certain words and terminology? One's Constitution. Well, they signed an oath to the Constitution. So what the fuck does it mean if a criminal's still sitting in their seat? They took an oath to the Constitution, but they're still sitting there. Even though we know, all of us know they're fucking crooks. Okay? The law. Okay? Country of laws. And we're sitting here looking at the same old fucking shit. Okay? Same old crooks every day. There's supposed to be an end to this. Supposedly it's moving forward. Okay? But here's the problem. It gets solved. Big bunch of the monkeys is out of the circus finally. And in pens and jails. Hung, shot, whatever the deal is. Gitmo's supposed to be bringing back Gitmo TV. Hopefully that'll help wake up the dead a little bit. But like I said, the end result is, do we actually think that these crooks and criminals are going to go anywhere? Okay? There ought to be some kind of litmus test to make sure that we keep these psychopathic, educated, suit wearing fucks out of our business. We're supposed to be we the people. They work for us, not us for them. But this us for them is how it's been for a long time. I believe when the gold standard comes back, it's going to slow down. A lot of things is slowing it down. A lot of things is making itself prevalent and known. Okay? For the ones that don't want to believe in God, God help you. There does come a day to where it even speaks in our Bible. And I'm not preaching at you, and I'm not telling you you're going to go to hell. But all knees will bow in front of God on that day. And there's no escaping it. Period. Okay? That might give you something to ponder about there a little bit. But since you're up running around, you meet puppet flash and you bleed and all that good stuff, cry, fart, it means nothing to you. Well, I hate to tell you, if for the ones that's bought into the Darwin theory or there's nothing after death and all this other shit, go find you an atheist laying in a hospital on his deathbed. Okay? If he or she has been there for a minute, they'll start talking to you about God. Done seen it for myself in my own life. They all of a sudden find God. Man sitting on death row, murderer, running around raping little children, everything else. Well, when he ends up on death row and knows he's looking at a death sentence, he's going to die. Guess who he goes and looks up in his 911 book? God. There's reasons for this, because finally common sense starts coming back into the head. Don't be one of them people. Let it roll. Understand that these elected officials, like in California and these other cities, states, y'all better start finding a better way. Like I said, I'm not preaching at y'all. I'm doing everything I think I can do. I'm hoping this is part of it. Okay. No, if it had been me and the Trump situation and the so-called law, I'd have been the president that would have told everybody in the United States that voted for me to arm themselves, put back at least 3 to 6 months worth of food, and get ready to start taking these son of bitches out of their seats of power. At least open up 100 records a day, read off their charges and what they've done. Drag their ass out of there, put them straight into a fucking courtroom, start proceedings that day. Not fucking 3 and 6 months, 2 years down the fucking road. For whatever reason, Trump and all of them's believing that man is going to be able to save face. I got my hopes in it too. I'm foolish. But evil's been here ever since man's been created. Evil was here before man was created. Okay? But when the Lord gave us a choice and put us above the higher creation didn't like that. For the ones that understand or study a little bit. Okay. These groups of these fools, AOC, Kamala, Hills Up Harris, and them other two idiots, the rag-headed dumbass. Okay. I'm sitting and leaving, listen to Fox News, down her and applaud her at the same time. Why would you do something like that? Wrong is wrong, right is right. There ain't a fucking gray area. The gray took over a long time ago and plays havoc in every fucking one of our lives, one way or another. It's been proven that more than 90% of the mortgages out here in the United States is illegal. Credit cards are illegal. Us paying taxes is illegal. But if y'all don't quite understand where I'm getting at, you might want to start doing some studying for yourself. And don't come up, well, that's just some kind of conspiracy theory. It's only a conspiracy theory if you keep buying into their lie. Not mine. Not a big majority of the population of this world has started seeing how bullshit this is. Okay? Merkel over in Germany. She run around time to time with shakes. I mean, big time. Okay? That's called withdrawal. Okay? For the ones that don't know, start watching the Jeffrey Epstein situation. And don't watch one news bit about it. Watch them all. Okay? You'll start catching them in lies again about even Epstein. Okay? Merkel's been sucking blood out of babies for a long fucking time. Okay? That bitch has got withdrawal symptoms. That's what's wrong with her. Why do you think people's got the video of Hillary going all stupid? Okay? That's another bitch that's got withdrawals. Okay? Go look at Johnny Depp right now. That motherfucker looked like a walking around skin bag and his bones showing through his face. That's another cocksucker that's sucking blood. Okay? Well, it's hard for us to gather that because none of us would be tempted to even think such shit. But that's what's going on. And then when they get used up, they got a price for a fetus, depending on what size the fetus is. Do you not understand, people? It'd be different if that baby died under circumstances that nobody couldn't help. Okay? And that baby's parts was going to places to help other people. That would be the common sense approach to any of this. But these people use these babies for party favors. Not just because of the adrenochrome. Their arms are worth money. Their hearts are worth money. Their lungs is worth money. Their tissue's worth money. The whole breakdown of it. Okay? From cradle to grave. We're walking around, we're money walking around in our own damn skin. Especially the ones that's running out here making themselves all healthy. Keep doing it. There's a lot of y'all missing too. Now you healthy asses belong to some idiot over there in fucking middle of Pakistan or Iran or wherever the hell, Somalia, whichever one's got the most money. Hey, I need a new fucking heart. Oh, we just found this blonde guy jogging down the fucking path in California. He's in his early 30s. He's a blood match to you. Well, we need to snatch his ass up because I want his heart. This is what's been going on, have been going on. I even heard it in Florida years ago. There was parts in Florida that people even said it. If you go down there, there's a good possibility you'll disappear. I even went through it in my uncle's property. I ain't gonna say who, when, and where, so I ain't got no bullshit out of people. But he was having a picnic for the Grand Dragon there in Alabama. Okay? I sat there and listened to the Grand Dragon talking about selling fucking slaves at this picnic. My early 20s. 52 now. Y'all do the math. It's been going on. They ain't never stopped. Oh, and by the way, the Grand Dragon was a Democrat. Okay? They want to also put these little terms and stuff. No. Republican, Democrat don't make a fuck. Okay? If you're a sick individual, a psychopath, that's what the fuck you are. I don't give a damn if you're Republican, Democrat, Christian, Hindu, whatever the fuck your belief system is. If you're into shit like that, you're sick. Something's fucking wrong with you in your fucking head. That's it. Either you need to be taken off the fucking street or you need to crawl back in the motherfucking hole and hide, because if in and around that you ever dart my motherfucking path and I hear about it in the wrong way and I figure I got a choice to either end your ass or walk away, I'm going to have to be making some serious decisions at that point in my life. And I live in a damn state where if you got up a no trespassing sign, a state trooper will ask for permission to step onto your property. If you don't understand what that means, That means I got a little bit more rights than most of y'all cocksuckers when it comes to my property, even though I'm still paying taxes. And no, I shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, that's just me ranting and raving again, and hopefully this gets out to somebody that actually cares. And like I was telling Mr. Ben Carson, quit giving the money to the motherfucking crooks. The employees is already there to help people, okay? You go in, you have the authority, okay? Especially when the government's sending the dumb son of bitches the money into them offices, okay? You walk in with a team from DC, you shut them all fucking down, you find at least 500 decent employees, okay? Reopen back up the fucking doors and have them hit the streets to all these poor people. Say, look, we got $15 billion here. We're going to dole out to every one of y'all. But here's our program. We want you to take the money that we're going to give you, go forth, and first thing is to buy a fucking house. No longer homeless. You become a tax-paying citizen again. Like I said, that citizen word is a bunch of shit. But anyway, it benefits everybody. And the little shady, crooked motherfucking politician that's been in power for years no longer touches the money that y'all keep giving them. You know, okay? Like cancer, cigarettes, okay? I done got to the point where I'm like 8 cigarettes a fucking day and I'm loving it. I'm full of fucking energy, okay? I can feel it. And I know it's killing me if I keep doing it. I'm hoping before winter I don't smoke none, period. The day that I'm actually able to do it, I'll be right here on YouTube crushing that last empty pack and throwing it in the fucking trash can. But anyway, Mr. Carson, you want to stop this bullshit? Quit playing games. Okay? The guns, like we was talking about, the guns and outlaws. Outlaw have guns when guns are outlawed. Okay, that's the truth. Okay? Go forth. Do not send no money to these criminals. Go straight to the source. You can get their names and addresses where they say they're doling out the money to these people. Say if they're giving them $500 a month, give them $1,500 a month. Go completely around that system. Put it back in order, then give it back to them after you get rid of the criminals. After you fix it. Because criminals ain't got no meat or no skin in this game when it comes to stealing money. Thief is a thief. A criminal's a criminal. You think a law's going to make a fuck to these people? It never has. It never will. That's why they're there to be broke. That's why they're doing it. Peace to all y'all. I hope God just gets out and wakes some people up. And it ain't me trying to belittle nobody. Okay? Because I went through this fucking confused game. I'm still confused. Okay? I'm seeing things happen that I'm like, how is it these people even got a fucking job? The oath to our Constitution, their seat of power. How is it they even still got a damn job? Does this mean nothing? If this is the case and it's a big bunch of spoken words, it means nothing because their honor is gone. Okay, if that part of them that's supposed to make it work is gone, that means every time they take an oath, it don't mean shit. Okay, there's going to have to be some kind of repercussions. Okay, if you got a son or daughter running through the house acting all crazy and shit, and you've done told them 100 times to sit down and shut up, well, you take this or this, depending on you left or right-handed, you grab them up, you spank their ass, put them on a couch. That's repercussions. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Well, these childs are up in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Peace. Love y'all. God, man, I can't believe this. It blows me away.